Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review My Dead Friend Zoe. And this is a new dark comedy and drama from writer-director Kyle Hausmann-Stokes, a former military man himself. And this film focuses on Merritt, played by Sonequa Martin Green, who keeps seeing her dead friend Zoe, who is in the military with her, played by Natalie Morales, as she's trying to navigate things that wound up got her in trouble, and she has to go to these group meetings with Morgan Freeman's Dr. Cole. She's trying to help out her grandfather, who's dealing with autism, Alzheimer's, portrayed by Ed Harris, and all trying to balance these things and get past this guilt that she has weighing over her, which is manifested in the form of Zoe. And this film, right off the bat, does such a great job of building up the mystery and the anticipation on what happened to Zoe. This film has a great handle on that. Hausmann-Stokes is able to keep it at a certain distance where you're not forgetting about it, but you're like, okay, what happened? And you're invested. And it doesn't go exactly how you expected. And when it does reveal it, it's a big emotional beat that just nails it and really pulls you in. I think Martin Green does a fantastic job anchoring this film. She gives an empathetic performance. We feel for her. We want to get behind her, even though we're frustrated about some of her decisions. She's trying to navigate these things. Love Natalie Morales. See, she is so charismatic, and she just breathes so much life into this character, whether it's these flashbacks where it's actually Zoe and Merritt spending time with each other in the military, or it's Zoe as this manifestation that keeps appearing, distracting Merritt and putting her in a bad place. I think Morgan Freeman does a fine job. I think Ed Harris gives a great performance. There's a lot of layers and complexities. There's that generational trauma. There's that generational gap in terms of perspective on mental illness and PTSD and those elements. That difference between like Iraq, Afghanistan versus Vietnam, and those clashing experiences and how that looms over them. There's just so many emotions, and I feel like this is a great dynamic between her and her grandfather. Martin Green and Harris have great chemistry. I think Morgan Freeman adds some weight to there. Morales just keeps that energy going and keeping us engaged and really pulling us into this experience and making it so worthwhile. There's this one thread with Utkarsh Ambadkar, who plays Alex, this man that Merritt sees at this nursing home, and they wind up hitting it off. I feel like that's the least interesting and developed element of the film, and didn't necessarily need to have that for this to really hit its themes and ideas. So maybe some bits of hanging threads might be a little bit distracting, but this film really navigates guilt and family and mental illness, PTSD, and how our soldiers deal with all this when they come home. I think this has a great cast that really step up and deliver in these 4 main roles that fill out the film. We want to support Merritt and get behind her and, root her on to get through that. And that's the energy that Hausmann-Stokes brings to this. There's an authenticity. There's a connection there. We can understand why this is happening this way. It's big mystery with a fantastic reveal, strong performances, and meaningful themes and richness to that. This is a very effective film, and even if it could have been a little tighter, cut out some of these added threads, but at the end of the day, this is a moving, also darkly funny, and touching experience that is very human and something we could all relate to and try to navigate. But those are my thoughts on My Dead Friend Zoe. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.